You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Hop on YouTube, welcome to the hood table. Where we chop up local and globally been circling. You don't really wanna miss out on these conversations. Joke a little, laugh a little. Why niggas just don't play your glass a little? Expose current events talk, trash a little. You never know, these opinions might clash a little. Get addicted to the content, got them binge watching. Don't like it, think you want to invite it. Let your friends watching in the house and get out parking lot before you clock it. They don't want them to miss a second of this HD content. Everybody think they got something to say, so it's an open invitation, bring it to the table. But if you come whack, just know we ain't bringing it. We gon' turn it back until you start dropping it. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable.
Hey, what's up? What's going on, everybody? Come on in, come on in. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that share button, subscribe to the hood table. Thank you so very, very, very much. And everybody who has been enjoying so far the second spinoff of the original Power, of course, produced, created, along with 50 Cent. I don't know if he produced it all by himself, but I know he is one of the producers and creators of it. And I want to know how you guys feel about this second spinoff, because there's Power 1, there's Power 2, then there's Power Book 3. So this is the one that we're on now, Power Book 3. And matter of fact, Power Book 2, I think the next season of that starts next month. So we're going to be reviewing Power Book 2 and Power Book 3 eventually during the same season. But anyway, let me know what you've been thinking about this episode or this season, this new show. If you like it so far, if you're feeling like the different characters or whatnot. Again, some of these characters I've never seen before. Some of them I have seen before, like the girl Zora, the one who was playing Buck's girlfriend. I know her because she played on Greenleaf, like almost every season of Greenleaf. She was the Greenleaf's granddaughter, the oldest grandchild. So, well, actually, not the oldest grandchild, because that one boy had came in, the one who had been given up for adoption. He had came back, but you know what I mean. Zora, she is from Greenleaf, so I do recognize her, but some of the other people I just don't recognize. But anyway, let me get a drink. Ooh, let me get a sip. Mm-mm-mm. This is my second show today, so my voice is getting a little bit hoarse. Earlier, you know, we talked about Kales, but that's on a totally different video, a totally different vibe. So I'll let y'all check that video out in your spare time. But we did discuss that earlier about his new charges. But let's hurry and do a quick recap of season 1, episode 1 premiere, which was last week, and make sure you guys like and share the video again. On the premiere, which was last week, episode 1, a few of the key things we had learned about, just a few things, was Kanan. Kanan has a crush on Buck 20's girl, Davina, and that's the one who plays Zora in the Greenleaf's Tyler Perry movie. Kanan's cousin Jukebox, I like her. I don't know. I think I'm gonna be like loving her character. Kanan's cousin Jukebox, her real name is Laverne in the show, but they call her Jukebox, of course, because she has a really, really nice singing voice. Her dad is Melvin, Raquel's older brother, and she's, at that time, I was like, I think she's presumably lesbian or gay when I reviewed the first episode. But now I think that she is lesbian or gay. I don't think that this is just something new to her. Her having feelings for that white girl, you know, the girl from the Upper East Side. But yeah, she has a crush on that white girl from the Upper East Side. Also, what we learned last week was 140th Street was hit up by Kanan and his boys D Wiz and Famous, thanks to Kanan not knowing that his mother Raquel had already made a deal with Unique, aka Neek. So now, thanks to Kanan making moves without speaking to his brother, there's a hit out on whoever killed Buck 20. And then we also saw how Rock gets down. Just a little bit of how she gets down. Because I do believe that she has a lot more in store for us to see. But after Tony, the white cokehead, the white lady, the white girl, um, the one who runs the club, she had got a little lippy, got smart with Rock. Rock wasn't feeling that. Rock called her a bitch, and she was like, "Who you call a bitch while she holding that cute little dog in her arms?" Anyway, Rock done put a hit out on the poor girl's dog, the girl's dog named Bella. They done put the dog in the microwave, had her cooking, just burning up alive in the microwave. So again, I cannot imagine what all she possibly would do to a human being. I think she has a lot in store for us to see. But yeah, those are just a few of the key things that we found out last episode on the season premiere. Now, as far as this episode, season 1, episode 2, it was called Reaping and Sowing. At the beginning of the episode, we saw Kanan, his mom Raquel. They call her Rock, so I'm gonna just start calling her Rock. We started off this episode with Kanan's mother Rock wanting him to watch his back because last episode, again, thanks to Kanan and his boys, D Wiz and Famous, Buck is dead because Kanan had no idea that his mother had already made a deal. She already made a truce with Neek, to give up that specific corner already. And actually, the truce was for Neek. They would have 140th to 143rd, and Rock was going to have 143rd to Supton. And even though D Wiz, he believes that it was his bullet that killed that killed Buck, Kanan, he thought that since he was actually killed him, even though they all was shooting, even though he was the one that killed him, Kanan had nothing to worry about. Wrong answer. Wrong answer. So not only did Rock warn Kanan to watch his back, but she told him to also be scared. And I never heard this before, but I think it's like true. Like it's a very true statement because his mother said fear will keep you alert, awake, and most of all, alive. So I think that is a very true statement, a very important statement that she gives her son, at least in that level of crime, that level of business, street hustling that they're out there doing, especially because he is really naive. Really naive. I think like with a lot of his mother grooming him and his uncle Lulu. I don't know about his other uncle Melvin, but at least Lulu. With them giving him points and everything and putting him under his wings, I think he will be a real good person that they would like to have in the streets on their team. But right now, he's just making moves without talking to his mom and all that kind of stuff, and that's why they are where they are right now. But anyway, Davina, y'all let me know what y'all think about Davina. And again, that's the girl who plays Zora on that Greenleaf TV show. But Davina and Tiff, they had a fight in school. And Davina, man, did y'all see her sucker punch Tiff? And yes, I said sucker punch because Tiff was being held back. Like the security guards was holding her back. They had her arms real tight. She couldn't do nothing but wiggle. And as soon as Tiff said, Buck 20 don't give a shit about you, girl. Yeah, he did, but he didn't give a shit about you because he was with me last night. Davina must have got loose from that other security guard and punched the shit out of Tiff. And then I was like, damn, this little girl got some fire. Now, if you watch the show, the Tyler Perry show, her character on that show was a little bit softer up until that time when she met that one boy who was an abuser. He was a woman beater. Then she starts getting a little tougher, but her character is like totally different. So I wasn't like expecting her to be all, just, wild and everything like she is now. She real street, like real hood in this TV show. But anyway, I think I'm gonna like her character too. But yeah, she knocked the shit out of Davina. But yeah, then while Davina was waiting for her I mean, she knocked the shit out of Tiff. And while Davina was waiting for her mother, Patricia, to pick her up, Kanan, we only on episode 2. But we all know that he has a crush on Davina. So Kanan, he walked past the office, seeing her sitting there waiting on her mother, and he has the nerves to give her his condolences when him and his boys are the reason behind her man's murder. Like, y'all the one who killed this nigga. He's up there. My condolences. I'm so sorry. Basically, is there anything I can do for you? But yeah, and I think his ass is probably going to try to slide in. Y'all let me know what y'all think. But I think his ass is going to try to slide in and get in where he fit in with Davina when he actually needs to be worried about the hit that's out on their crew. And at that time, nobody really knew exactly who shot him, but there was rumors around the city that it had something to do with Kanan. But anyway, Neek and Rock, they knew exactly how serious it was for Buck's people, to put somebody down for his unjustified murder. So I'm like, why are you trying to slide all up on her? You need to be watching your back like your mama said. But for now, Rachi had him working at their stash house. He thought that he was about to be in the street putting in work, but thanks to his little foul up with him and his homeboys, she put him at the stash house, where they've been stealing power from Con Ed. But I don't believe at this time that Kanan really knew why he was not on the streets, but actually in the stash house. Like his mother, Rock, she told him, you're there because in this business, you have to crawl before you walk. But I believe she was really keeping him there because of the fact that Buck 20's peoples were out for blood. At that time, they were desperate for a body for a body. You know what I'm saying? So I think she was kind of protecting him without telling him that she's protecting him. But anyway, y'all let me know how y'all feel about that. Rock and that store owner, the store owner, the Colombians. Okay, now they done made a deal. But Kanan, let me say this first. I don't think Kanan is going to be at that stash house too much longer because of the fact that Rock and the store owner, they had made a deal. They had come to a agreement because they need a new business front. They had one particular idea, but for a stash house, but they was like, no, that's too out in the open. And the stash house where they at right now, they've been illegally stealing energy power from their local power company. So they've been looking for somewhere else to post up their stash house. So Uncle Lou, he suggested that Rock check out the bodega on something near shore. Now that would probably work out for them great because at that time, Rock, remember her and Neek had made an agreement. She would get 143rd or something. So the storefront, the bodega, is like right there. So again, that would probably work out good for them because they're boys, they're corner boys. They posted up right there. Now the bodega is owned again by the Colombians. It's a husband and wife. They are Colombians. But the crazy part was when they arrived at the bodega, I had a feeling that the wife, she was gonna be up there. She was gonna be like, "Hey, what's up? We could talk. Let's go to the back. Whatever." But when they got there to discuss this business venture, when they got there, the husband was like, "My wife don't conduct any business. Anything you gotta speak to us about business, you deal with me, not my wife." And then the wife is on the side behind a counter, and she has like this big old bruised eye. Like I don't know if he whooped her ass or I don't know what the hell happened, but anyway, he said he's handling all the business, and Lou, he was like, well, the wife is the one who proposed the idea to him. So I'm thinking, if the man handles all the business, why would the wife even propose the business idea to him? But anyway, busted eye, black and blue eye, and all. Maybe she stepped out of line. I don't know if it was with Lulu or if it was with somebody else, but she did something. I don't know why I think her husband. I think her husband. We don't know for sure right now, but I think he is the one responsible for giving her that black eye. But anyway, they ended up making a deal with the Colombians. The husband at first wanted to share the drug profits, a share of Rock and them drug profits. Uncle Lulu was like, I wish we would. If you ain't out there hustling with us in those streets and you ain't getting no profit of ours, but what we will do is invest some money into your business. We will pay for any upgrades. They was walking around looking at the place. The place, it wasn't like totally run down, but it could use some upgrades and some maintenance in the building. So they agreed to, do some updating, some upgrading, and then on top of that, pay a monthly rental fee to use like the back of their business. So I'm like, hey, that seemed like a good deal to me, and it evidently did to the husband too. Because again, looking at that place, they could use some money to invest in, getting the place, more. I don't know, a little bit more nicer, a little bit more upgrade, a little bit more remodeling. I don't know what you want to call it, but yeah. So now, where should we go now? Okay, Laverne. Okay, Laverne. Um, and her Okay, this girl, she's like this preppy girl. She looks like she's from I believe she is from a prestigious school, if I can remember correctly, from a prestigious neighborhood. She's from the Upper East Side. She seems really spoiled and really privileged. Okay, but Laverne and the white girl, and I'm trying to remember her name. I cannot remember her name for the life of me. I can't remember her name. But anyway, if y'all remember the little white girl's name, go ahead and put it in the chat. But anyway, she still wants Laverne to go with her to the ball, the white ball. But she happened to upset Laverne when they were out looking for some clothes, and she was kind of like to Laverne. Now, not to me, but to Laverne, she seemed like she was insinuating that she couldn't afford to buy any expensive clothes, even though we had just seen her out there hustling and selling clothes to get money so that she could buy some studio time. But she's a hustler, so that still don't mean that she can't afford things. It just probably means that she just has to work a little bit harder than the white girl from the preppy school. But anyway, Laverne made it clear to her, very clear to her, that she does not need anybody to buy anything for her. She is not a charity case. But I was like looking at Laverne and the way she dresses, because the white girl's like, nah, you can't be wearing this. You gotta wear that and da 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 da. And I'll buy it for you. But looking at Laverne and the way she dressed, um, she's a tomboy. She's a tomboy, and if I can see her in a gay relationship as, and I could be jumping the gun or reaching, but I can see her as being like the butch or the manlier, um, not as feminine, the one that's not as feminine in a relationship. So I think she kind of dresses her part, you know what I mean? And I don't think the white girl really did mean to offend her. She just, like she said, we're just used to, when we like somebody or when we want to, or when we care for somebody, we just show them affection with throwing money at them. So that's basically what she was doing, was offering her to pay something. And I'm sure, with a lot of those families, a lot of those kids, who have really rich parents, a lot of them don't even stay at home, or they got like nannies and butlers and stuff like that. So a lot of the times, their parents be throwing money at them, buying cars, giving them credit cards, and all that kind of stuff to show them their love, because they're really not around as much because they're out there constantly busy working, making all this big money. But anyway, I get her style, child. And myself, I was a tomboy growing up too, so I get her style. But Laverne got over that real fast. She was upset at first, but she got over that real fast by sharing a nice long kiss with the white girl. And Laverne, her voice. Mm-mm-mm. When I heard her singing, I heard her sing a little bit the first episode, but she sung the whole song. You give good love by Whitney Houston, and her voice is so beautiful. I was like, "You go, girl!" I was like, "Goodness gracious, that girl can blow." She really killed that Whitney Houston song. And as far as her, I just hope that one day she'll be able to actually live to escape the hood and allow that voice to take her places, so that she could use her voice to do something, with her life or whatnot. Not like she probably won't if she never leaves the hood, but she really wants to sing. She's out there hustling, selling clothes, to pay for studio time. So we know she really wants to sing. So I hope that she gets to that point because we know how these TV shows can go. It'd be somebody who's aspiring to be a musician or a singer or an actor or something like that, and they don't make it. And they don't make it because of them streets. So that's why I say that. Now, but moving on. D Wiz. Okay. Ooh, child. Now, were y'all having the same feelings that I was having about D Wiz? Like, I knew that because of Buck 20's murder, that D Wiz wasn't about to be around too much longer. But my gut was telling me that the hit was going to be closer to home than D Wiz might have thought, and I was right. The whole time. The whole time Kanan was waiting at his crib for D Wiz to come watch movies with him, Uncle Lulu was treating D Wiz to a good old time that included clubbing, drinking, dancing, and having sex, okay? And it was kind of like, it gave me that, you know, when somebody's in prison and they on death row in a roundabout way, it gave me that type of feeling. Like when somebody's on death row, right before they die, they ask them what they want their last meal to be, their last drink. They basically give them like the best meal of their life right before they put their lights out for good. So that's the kind of feeling that was giving me because when he first told him that he was going to have the best night of his life, something was telling me he was about to go kill him. But he didn't at first. He treated him, wine, dined, he did all that, and got him a girl, paid some girl to have sex with him in the bathroom. So he really went out like that might have been like I mean, if I had to go out, I want to go out, at least get some nookie one last time. I'm just saying that, some people might think that way. But yeah, it was giving me that type of tease. But how do you think Kanan will react to this once he finds out? And is Kanan safe? Like D Wiz did say, since his bullet was the one to kill Buck 20, that Kanan didn't have anything to worry about. But what do y'all think? And not only that, but we know that Kanan desires to be with Davina. And he lied right to her face when she asked him, were the rumors true about him and his boys being involved with Buck 20's murder? And of course, he had to lie. He had to lie. But do you think that he will try to pursue Davina anyways, knowing that she was in love with Buck 20 and knowing that he was involved in his murder? Y'all let me know. Let me know what y'all think about all that. And again, if you didn't already, please like and share the video, subscribe to the Hood Table, and stay safe, be blessed, remain vigilant at all times, and don't forget to keep it hood. Bye.